Hey, Laura here, coming at you from a little bit different angle tonight. Just because I had so much trouble getting my camera all set up, getting my tripod together and all that. I don't know, just nothing wanted to work right. So I've kind of jury-rigged things up a little bit. Where does that term come from? I should find out about that. But anyway, I've kind of rigged things up a little differently tonight, and at least it's working. So I want to tell you that there are some big changes coming. Yes, that's Archie in the background, scratching his head. Archie. There he is. That's my boy. You probably can't tell he's looking at the camera because he's so dark his eyes don't even show up from there. Anyway, so, yeah, he's going to look out the window again. So there's a lot of changes, not a lot of changes. There's a couple of big changes coming to this Neogenian life, and I'm not going to tell you all about those right now. I will tell you that they are good changes and that they will be involving more, well, no, that's all I can say right now. Yeah. There's some things I need to get changed. I need to get ready. I need to get some things lined up, and then I can tell you about the changes. But other than that, I'm just going to have to leave that teaser with you. I thought I'd show you something I got in the mail this week. You know, I'm still wearing my O necklace. That's like a reminder of the fact that, oh boy, that the universe is mathematical, and that within zero are all the potential combinations of mathematics possible. All of the negative and positive numbers, everything that can be conceived of is within a zero. So I wanted to just kind of mention that, and I'll tell you more about that another time. But I got something special in the mail today, or I mean a couple of days ago actually, and I got to show you this. It's a frog. Now, can you see? I should take it off, but I put it on. Actually, I was going to have the camera set down a little further so you could see better down here, but I don't know. I might mess that up. So here it is. Here's the frog. See? There it is. Little frog on a lily pad. And this came from a friend of mine. And I want to tell you the story about, I want to tell you several stories about fish and frog. So I will be doing that, and you will understand why this is so significant between her and I, why she would send me a frog. This is my oldest, dearest friend, Marianne, who doesn't live around here anymore, and neither one of us lives near where I grew up and where we went to high school together and our first real jobs together, and just we've been friends ever since 1960 something. And so I wanted to show you this, and I will explain to you why it is so significant when I tell you the stories about fish and frog, and that will be soon. Well, I will tell you how the fish and frog came about. So Marianne and I were in high school art classes together. Well, we were in a bunch of different classes together. That's how we met in high school. So Marianne, I was in the art room one day, and the art room had these chairs that were stools that you could sit on it. You know, they were stools, and they had a ring around them. You know, a ring of metal around down on the bottom. Anyway, so I had my feet on the ring, right? Okay, and I was sitting there all hunched over, and I don't know what I was working on, but I was very intent on something, probably trying to draw something well or paint it. I don't know. And I was all hunched over, and Marianne came in, and she started laughing, and she said, "You look just like a frog sitting there. I'm going to call you Frog. That's going to be your nickname from now on." And so she started calling me Frog. Well, that was okay, but I, of course, had to have a nickname for her. So I thought, well, some kind of fish would be a good one, some kind of aquatic animal. So I was thinking some kind of fish, and I thought sucker, but then I thought that wouldn't be a very good thing to, people would think I was saying something different. So I settled on Fish. I said, from now on, I'm going to call you Fish, but you'll know what I'm really meaning, like by the word sucker, anyway. And we could joke with each other like that because we cared about each other. We just loved each other to pieces. We were like sisters. We were practically inseparable by then. And when you have somebody that you're that close to, sometimes you can banter around and nobody gets mad because you each know terms of endearment and that kind of thing. So we were joking around like that. And so our nicknames became Fish and Frog. I was Frog, she was Fish, and it carried on and on and on. Some of our friends in high school began to call us that, and people who didn't know us in high school. And then when we were both working in a fish plant later on, after high school, we were filleting fish. We started out in the crab, and then went into the shrimp, and then went into fish filleting. We just sort of graduated from one to the other as the seasons came along. And then once we began filleting, we were filleters because they needed filleters all year round. So we had plastic aprons, and we put our names on the tops of them because everybody had their own apron. You took it home and you washed it and you brought it back and you'd hang it up while you were on coffee break, and you wanted your own apron because it's the one that you were washing and that you knew was nice and clean. Hello, Archie. I see you back there. Hello, baby. He's getting curious now. So anyway, so we had these aprons. And so I thought I would be really clever. And since my last name was French and started with L-A-F, I decided I'll just carry over with that. And I put La Frog on my apron. And everybody thought it was funny. And, everybody at the fish plant, I just became Frog to everybody there. And she was Fish, and everybody knew us that way. To the point that when I was in we would get in trouble sometimes because we were in our, we were 19, 20, 21, I don't know, right in there. And I worked there for 6 years. I don't remember for sure how long Mary Ann did because she escaped and got a better job at some point before I did. Anyway, so we would get called to the office once in a while for whatever. And we were never in big trouble. We were never in danger of losing our jobs or anything. It would just be little things. And not really trouble, but just, call us to the office for whatever. And it would never be by our names. It would always be Fish to the office, please. Fish and Frog to the office, please. Frog to the office. And one day I was in the grocery store. And I happened to run into I was standing in line right behind the manager and his family. And he turned around and saw me and he said, "Oh, hi." He said, "I didn't even see you there." And I said, "Hi, how you doing?" And, we kind of exchanged pleasantries there a little bit. And he introduced me to his wife and his I think he had I don't know, he had somebody else with him. Son or daughter, I don't know. I don't remember now. And he said, he started to introduce me and he said, this is, what is your name? Anyway, I only know you by Frog. So, so it was fun. I laughed. We all laughed. Had a good laugh over it. I said my name, told her my name. But that was how well known I was as Frog at the time. So this is my little memento that Fish sent me this last week, and I love it dearly. And I don't know if you could tell, it has little pink rhinestones all over it. And it's a cute little thing. I'll have to show it to you. I'll show it to you better another time, probably in the next video. I'll try to show it to you, remember it at that time. So, big changes coming. And Archie, are you trying to get in the picture? Huh? Do you want to get in the picture? He says, not particularly. I'd pick him up and I can pick him up and show him to you, but I'll tell you what. He doesn't like to be held. He never has since he was a tiny kitten. He wanted to lay on me if it was his idea and curl up on me for warmth and be close to me, but he never wanted to be held. And I taught him not to wiggle. I would say stop, and he would quit wiggling. And he'd do it for a second or two or a little bit. And then I'd put him down. so that he would learn it to stop. So now he still knows stop. But I don't know if he's going to let me hold him for a second. Well, I'll try. Come here, baby. Come here. No, come here. Oh, come here. You're not going to get hurt. Come here. Oh, I'm not going to hurt you. I know. You're so big. You're so freaking heavy. Oh, okay. I know. You're so heavy I can hardly lift you. Look, there's my baby. There's my boy. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice? Yeah, he says, no, I'm going to wiggle down. Nope, stop. Stop. I love you. You're my baby. Stop. Okay, I'll put you down. Hold on. No, not that. Okay, well, you can go that way. You want to go this way? Okay, you can go that way. There you go. Jeez. He had a vet appointment a couple of months ago, 3 months ago, something like that, and he weighed 19.5 pounds. He was maybe 1.5 pounds overweight. He's a big cat, so maybe 2 pounds overweight at the most, but he's just a big cat all the way around. Short-haired, as you can see, but big. So anyway, he's my baby. Oh, what was that? He's a good boy. Anyway, so, okay, so changes coming. I will tell you about those soon. As soon as I get everything lined up and everything is set and ready to go, then I will tell you about the changes, and then you'll understand why it took me a little while. It's taken me a while to get this video out because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I was thinking about these changes, and until I make the changes, nothing was coming out right. And so, changes. It'll be good. It'll all be good, and you will be, well, you probably won't be amazed. But anyway, until next time, ta-ta for now, and ad astra.